Welcome everybody to the XoneBros. This is your positive gaming and Xbox community. We're coming at you pre-recorded today.
Yeah, it's going to be a quiet evening with the bros.
It's pre-recorded.
People aren't going to be yelling at us in chat.
No one's yelling at us. No one's sending us hideous emojis or anything like that.
Do they do that? I don't see
Sometimes. Sometimes. It's because we're all traveling this week, so we thought we would pre-record this show earlier in the week. So when we are recording this is on Tuesday. You guys will get this on Thursday. So thank you very much for being here and hanging out with us. Ashes of Creation.
We may or may not be traveling to an unannounced game to try it out.
Yes, we may or may not.
So tune in next week to see what really happened.
Tune in where we can talk about it and see all the swag that we got.
Yeah,
Ashes of Creation it's done.
That's crazy.
Well, and it just went bammo. Like it was just
It was the board of directors.
You remember
fired the founder.
You remember when we plucked the president of Venezuela?
Yeah, it was like that.
Like you went to bed and then you woke up and you're like, oh, that's exactly what happened with Ashes of Creation. You're like,
gone.
oh, it's
Here's the
gone.
thing. Here's the thing, because we talked about Amazon not like just phasing out its MMO, which I thought was pretty good. I've been saying this for years. The MMO genre no longer it's dead. The class you have three. You have ESO, you have Warcraft, and you have Final Fantasy Online.
Yeah, and then you have a couple like niche ones like Eve has like a kind of a community there.
The new MMO, just the concept of leveling and grinding and leveling in this massive open world and doing all these fetch quests just to hit end game and then the game starts is an old model. We've all evolved.
I kind of disagree.
I actually disagree with you 100%.
I disagree with you there. I think the classic MMO, I agree with you. I think that is a very difficult game to make and to have succeed. But the grind, I mean, look at Arc Raiders. It's not completely open world, but people grind like crazy in that game.
Well, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that grind is bad by itself. I'm saying the MMO grind of a million fetch quests around an open world just to get to level 90 or 50 or whatever the level cap is to then start end game it no longer exists. The traditional MMO is dead.
No,
Arc Raiders may borrow concepts from that, but it's their evolution and their upgrade of those concepts that make it great.
No, I disagree. I think World of Warcraft Classic taught us that there is a space there. I mean, look how popular that was. The reason it's lost popularity is because all they do is re-release it every 2 years.
I think it's just very hard. The moment has passed us by. The new MMO is a Grand Theft Auto sandbox experience.
But see, like Grand Theft Auto Online it's a grind as well. I agree that the traditional MMO is. I don't think you can make one today and have it succeed unless you've got. I think there's three instances. If you have a giant IP behind it with tons of money, like a Fallout 76 or a ESO, StarCraft MMO,
Elder Scrolls Online.
I could do a StarCraft MMO.
Yeah, I mean, it would take a ton of money to put behind it. Like that's in the traditional sense.
Well,
a traditional MMO
like story. I could do that.
I think there's an audience for classic MMOs because, like I said, World of Warcraft Classic released in 2020 and it was huge. Given you did have COVID during that time, which spiked a lot of games. But you have like RuneScape Classic, which is very popular and still updating. I just think a lot of newer MMOs are. It's the problem with World of Warcraft today. Everything is focused on endgame. It's not focused on the journey to get to endgame. Why is Classic so good? Because Warcraft Classic, because you can spend the entire night questing and doing one dungeon in Westfall, and you will have been fulfilled in playing that. And that's just because of how that game was designed.
So you agree with me?
No, I think the classic MMO formula can be popular. I just don't think games are doing it. Because look at Classic WoW. I mean, it was huge.
Yeah, I think it's compounded. Like if you look when World of Warcraft became
And when
big
I say classic WoW, I mean the re-release of classic WoW.
World of Warcraft became big.
Not the re-release.
Not the original classic WoW, the re-release of classic WoW, the first time.
re-release.
Then they came out with more re-releases.
World of Warcraft became big at like the beginning of DSL internet. Like that was like this next speed of internet.
Do you know why
always online? And so all I'm saying is it didn't exist in a world. These games weren't developed that have had success outside of like major IPs with a ton of money behind it. I just think it's so hard because we know this. Everybody's playing 8 games. Everybody's playing the same 8 games. And so to break through on a game that requires your eternal time for forever, which an MMO is intended to do, is a very hard sell.
But see, I'm talking about the re-release of Classic, which was not in the world of DSL. Because like the reason Warcraft got popular is because it was Facebook before Facebook. You know what I mean? It was the online chat room before the online chat room. But the re-release of Classic WoW, I think, do you know why World of Warcraft Classic is so popular? Because because it's just it's fun to adventure with your friends, and 2, it's easy.
Yeah, but what's the average age on a World of Warcraft Classic player? Like, is it mostly nostalgia?
It's actually, I'll be honest, it's probably
35.
35
yeah,
single
so
balding men.
It's people who are going back, I think. Like, I don't think that's gaining new players.
To be fair, I don't think a lot of games are gaining new players.
I'll tell you who is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6 and their next version of GTA Online.
You think it'll actually come out this year, or you think they'll delay it again?
No, I think online we're not getting, I don't think, this year.
No, yeah. They'll probably do the same as they did with 5.
I just watched a video that was like, excited about Grand Theft Auto finally coming out. And it's been so long since the last release of all this blah, blah, blah. And it was 6 years ago that video posted.
That's funny.
It's like,
but how much money has that game cost to make? And that's the thing. People don't realize how expensive these games are.
Billions.
I think, didn't the guy talk about it, the CEO of Take-Two? If
he talked about Grand Theft Auto 6, he would have been fired.
He did.
Because that's how that company works.
He is the one doing the firing. So, no, he had an interview, and they were talking about their portfolio and how they have, essentially, like, we have games that come out quick, like blah, 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 this, and this. We have games that are live service and blah, 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 like 2K and all this stuff. And then he says we do have games where we do invest a lot of money, and they take years to make, and he was talking about Grand Theft Auto.
Well, it's their attention to detail. So I saw a Red Dead Redemption 2 video, side by side, and Red Dead Redemption 2 came out how many years ago? 10 years ago?
Has it really already been 10 years?
I think so, yeah.
It's been a while. Let's just, for argument's sake, say it's 10 years. Wow, so a game that came out 10 years ago, and they were comparing it to this game came out today, and I don't know what game it was, and it was just the simple act of climbing a ladder.
Well, I mean, we all saw the Avowed Skyrim videos.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, these big games have staying power because, number one...
It was 2016, I think, because that was God of War came out. The God of War took Game of the Year over Red Dead Redemption 2.
2018.
2018.
Oh, 2018.
2018.
Wow,
okay.
Has it really been that long?
So what is that? 7 years?
October.
Sorry to interrupt, but yeah.
So 7 years... And I just don't think people realize, like, we get the end product and we're like, oh, yeah, everyone should do this. The amount of time and money to ensure that that's success and attention to detail, and attention to detail is expensive.
Yeah, everyone should do that.
Yeah. Just have AI do it.
Yeah.
No, dude, it takes time and a lot of, like Mark said, billions of dollars for this to be a massive success. Maybe the top selling game of all time. If projections are correct and they nail what they say they're doing.
What do they say they're doing? Like, I don't...
Making a really good game.
Okay. Then, yes. If they can do that, then yes.
It does take time and money.
Yeah.
I just read an article that there's, like, a lawsuit from, like, 70 employees.
At Rockstar?
That were fired because a leak happened. And they just straight up canned them in there.
They have like a no leak policy.
I'm sure like it's really hard to sue them too because they probably have.
Well, when you're hired, you probably sign. I give up everything.
Yeah, that you.
Yeah, well, they're trying. Yeah, I think it was in the UK where that happened. I don't know, some article.
Well, isn't Rockstar based out of the UK?
Rockstar is?
I think so. I think like they're like where they started was somewhere in the UK.
I know that they had like Rockstar, San Diego.
yeah.
Wasn't there a Montreal one?
I thought it was the UK. I
And
know
then
they're
they-
all over, and then they consolidated. Red
They
Dead
pulled
2,
them all together and said, "Okay, let's just."
Yeah, wasn't it Red Dead 2 that like changed the way they developed games?
So,
You know?
Jordan, in your opinion, what is the best MMO at the moment? Since Ashes of Creation,
Like-
because I just remember the hype around. Oh, this is gonna revive the
Traditional?
genre.
like the best.
Traditional
Well,
MMO.
I mean, how do you answer that? So like, there's one greatest MMO of all time.
No. Today, if someone were to say, I want to play an MMO, which one should they play? Which one would be at the top of your list that they should play?
I mean, I don't know. Like if you're see, I don't know. Like that's I honestly like if someone
Very personal question.
If
Dave.
someone came in and said, "Hey, like," I mean, it depends on what you're playing, but like, for example, let's take Barbara Blake, right? If he came and he said, "Hey, Jordan, what MMO should I start playing right now?" I would tell him, ironically,
You
New
play
World.
pinball.
Oh, New World?
Yeah,
It's more
because
sandboxy.
I think
But here's the
I
thing.
think there's a lot of fun to be had in New World,
Here's the thing.
and
New World's going
and
away too, though, right?
Yeah, well, that's why.
And that's Amazon, and they put a ton of money behind that.
Because I think there's a lot of fun to be had in New World. There is little annoyances that New World has, but I think there's a lot of fun to be had in New World, and New World has more modern mechanics that I think people would ease into better, and then from that point you can branch off. I do think the greatest MMO of all time, hands down, is World of Warcraft Classic, like levels 1 through 60.
But does that resonate to someone who's brand new in 2026 to MMOs? And that's the hard part, I think. Like I think it's it's stuck in time, and that time is 2006. And we're 20 years later, and I just think it's that's why all these it's Lazy Peon. He's one of my favorite creators to watch, and I just watch him go through all the MMOs, and he's never satisfied. And I think there's a reason he's never satisfied, because the MMO genre was at its peak from 2006 to 2014.
Yeah. Well, I think
we're just past it now.
I think what's different about today is like it's not a novelty anymore, in the respect that like Destiny you can classify as an MMO. It has those same mechanics, but it's not necessarily like you're going to see 1,000 players on screen, but Destiny is a type of MMO.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? You know.
Yeah, it has elements. Yeah, it's like, what was that game that we watched last week?
High Guard?
High Guard. Every MMO that releases now is like a High Guard.
Yeah, I mean,
And you're like, oh, it's just like every other MMO out there. Kind of has this little twist.
supposedly
here.
Riot's still making an MMO.
It's like every
We'll see how
Blink
that goes.
182 lookalike band.
Yeah.
Really?
Did you see-
Riot is?
Yeah. So, I mean, last I heard, I don't think it got canned. I think they were starting over.
So what would a Riot MMO look like? It would have a million items that you have to learn before you can even play the
Yeah.
game.
You'd have
And
to go through 3 different lanes.
Yeah, and a super toxic chat.
That's actually okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's most MMOs. So, but
That's how they succeed.
did you see High Guard added a 5 versus 5 mode
Oh, already?
to try and make the maps, I guess, feel less? You know what's funny is I didn't go and try it out.
What is their play? Should we look at their player count right here real quick? Spicy, is there an MMO that could convert you? Or do you agree with my statement that Grand Theft Auto is the new MMO?
Mark
Online?
played Mythic Dungeons during Dragonflight.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry that you kind of had to come during that expansion. But.
Hey, it wasn't too bad.
Well, no, I mean, it was fun. It's just, you know what annoyed me about that expansion? It was all about, like, friends and family.
Yeah.
You know?
the campaign.
Yeah.
You don't like
And-
friends and family?
Well, no, it's just like when I'm playing, after the show, I'm going to show you 30 seconds from 2 different World of Warcraft trailers, and you tell me the difference. You tell me which one you want to play.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Although I will say that person I sat next to on like that bridge, and they just told me how sucky their life was.
The
It got
dwarf
real.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, oh man, you do have a crappy life. Can you David has the numbers for
Yeah.
High Guard up on Steam, the current
Yeah.
numbers.
Yeah.
Can you expand that out? Because I want to see the drop.
Oh, okay. Just compared to last week. So currently, the last 24-hour peak is 8,000. It's currently at 6,000. Last week when we last talked about this, it was at 12,000. So if we go to the max,
even
there's the
further
drop.
drop.
The drop is day one. Like the drop was 97 to 39 day 2 to 19 day 3. That's hilarious.
Do you think Highguard will ever die, or do you think they're satisfied with those numbers? Like, for example, let's say you have 6,000 players.
They're definitely
and
not satisfied with those numbers.
And to be fair, let's just round up to 10,000. You have 10,000 per system. That's 30,000 players, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, right?
Yeah, Highguard was super expensive to make. And at this player base, they're not making even close enough.
What if every single one of those players just keeps buying skins? Because those are obviously the hardcores.
Yeah, no, this game is bleeding money right now, guaranteed.
They do have a roadmap though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They've got the CFO is making his money. The chief financial officer. His job is to say, okay, here's how much we have to spend. Here's what we could do. This gives us this X amount of runway. So if it depends what their runway is to come in and fix this game.
I don't think I've ever seen a game like that.
Like Concord.
Should we compare it to Concord? Let's see what Concord.
Oh, yeah.
Here, I'll pull it up on my screen and just see what Concord did.
Like that graph, what we're looking at for those listening.
See, Concord went to 0.
Concord is.
It is just basically a line graph that just drops from 100K.
So
to
Concord. The problem is Concord's all time when it dropped was 600 players.
I gotta pull that up here. I'm gonna switch screens so I can.
And
see
it
that
dropped
too.
day 1. Well, let's see. 29th of July. How do I go to I just want to go to oh, here we go. I could zoom in on this. Shoo. Okay. 607.
I gotta pull this
Right,
up.
I'll go even closer.
Steam charts database. Oh my god!
It never got above 697.
I'm gonna go to max.
Players.
Okay.
It never got
So let's pull this up.
This was a game with Sony marketing behind it.
I think it was like 400 million to develop. Somewhere between 200 and 400 million.
This is the biggest failure is this the biggest failure of all time?
I think
To not get
600.
Guys, to put that in perception, perspective, guaranteed the three of us could make a game tomorrow and get
With AI.
at least 600 people. Like
With AI.
a stupid stick jumping game that scrolls left to right. If we just said it on this podcast, we would get at least 1,000 downloads.
Let's call the game Better Than Concord. And then let's tell our users to just download it to get our goal is to get over 607.
Get over 697.
Or 697. You know what's funny is I'll bet you 70% of the player base of that game were journalists.
Oh, guarantee. Yeah, great point.
Because that's okay.
To not even have people try it out of curiosity.
You
though.
did have PlayStation as well, so maybe you had a couple thousand.
Wow.
And
okay.
we now know why that game got shut down after.
But same thing. They saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah. That CFO
There's
just
no-
said, nope.
There's no saving that.
We're done.
What about? Do they have historic for what's the game that came out that got all the refunds?
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
But No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky bounced back though.
They. Well, see, here's the.
You still got to watch the Internet Historian of No Man's Sky.
It is phenomenal.
It's really
So
good. Yeah, it's really good.
This must be it, right? The release.
Well,
REL.
and I don't. Did it come out on Steam day one?
Yeah, I think it did because
yeah,
it was
'cause you're
Steam. It was the
2017.
first one to offer Steam.
I gotta pull that.
Yeah, because
up,
it was PlayStation
Steam
exclusive
rebates.
and Steam.
So 212,000 players on release day, and then
Then you had a huge drop off.
yeah, let's see though. If I zoom in here, what's the drop off? Then the drop off is August. So 1 month later, they were down to 10,000. And then it took them, that was 2016. It took them 2 years to get back to about 100,000.
Yeah, and that 2 years was probably like the big 2.0 update.
Yeah.
Last year, their peak was 110,000.
And they are on Switch Xbox, and PlayStation, so you got additional numbers there too.
So I think the difference between No Man's Sky, which they did actually a really good job at bouncing back.
But look, their daily numbers is around 20,000, which is that's a pretty healthy game.
But with a game like High Guard, you have to have a huge budget to bounce back.
Yeah.
You either cut it off or like Concord did, which Sony that's what Sony did. They just cut it off, or like No Man's Sky. I think they only had like 30 employees.
Well,
Yeah.
at the time of making No Man's Sky, was it 30
or is it like 11?
Well, they might have been,
it was small.
They might have been way more nimble and had a huge runway, and that's why look, it took them over 2 years to really bounce back in a big way.
And it's really fascinating in that Internet Historian documentary about it, David, that you got to watch. They show what the developer, the head developer,
Sean Murray.
Yeah, he basically locked himself in a room for a week and created 2 folders of like the comments of what everybody's saying about it, and went negative, positive, and just basically sat down and said, what did we do good? What do we need to fix? It's really fascinating.
It's super cool because he didn't go out on even I think in the documentary it talks about like their Twitter was just dark for like he didn't go argue with people. He literally said, I will stand between the criticism and the developers and I will feed to them what needs to be done.
And that's exactly what you need.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
And I don't think a big $200 million game can do something like that. Yeah, like, to have the money to withstand.
It's like size is its benefit, but it's also its weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like turning around an aircraft carrier versus a speedboat.
But yeah, I was going to ask that. Do you think No Man's Sky was able to come back because of the smaller team?
I mean, I don't know that much about it, but I mean,
and I think they had like one off. It was like one office.
Well, because at these bigger things too, where someone's super highly invested. And to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars, you have to answer to people. I mean, that was the problem with the MMO that just shut down.
Ashes of Creation. Yeah, it's really interesting. You guys told me that before the show that they're closing. They're just straight up. It's done.
The guy's name is Steven. He was like the head of the studio. I didn't realize there was like a board of directors until he came out with his comment.
Well, it means they had private investing as well. Like it wasn't just
because I'm pretty sure he put millions of his dollars into the project.
Well, so I was reading it in 2016. They just started a Kickstarter and made $3 million.
They got a $30 million round, and it looks like they probably had a couple seed rounds for over $100 million.
For Ashes of Creation?
Ashes of Creation. Only $3 million of that came from Kickstarter, which is where it originally got its crowdfunding.
So yeah, and this is me reading as fast as I can before we started the show why the credits were rolling.
Yeah.
I was reading that, so in like January 22nd, he came out and said, because there were rumors that the studio was like in turmoil and everyone's getting fired. He said, out of our 70 employees, we've only fired 7 people. A week later, he came out and resigned.
And then everybody just got bloop.
And then it was just like bloop. And then, man, I can't wait for that documentary.
Yeah, this one.
There's probably a lot of...
Game canceled. They have the date, February 1st. On February 1st, there was 14,000 people in the game. Oh, by the end of... Look at that. And it just tanks.
They were just... I bet you people were just logging in until the server shut down.
And then 2,000 players on it right now, so it's not shut down, but it just tanked. Oh, he went on Discord. What happened is the board of directors, according to what's out there, let him go, removed him, and that's because you have to answer. They're like, guys, they see they're probably looking at the numbers and hey, we have $100 million in this game.
Well, think about it.
Doing?
You have $100 million in the game. How much does like a monthly payroll look like, or a monthly
for a game?
What I mean?
For $100 million game,
it's
huge. Your burn rate is giant. Like
million
to the tunes of millions a month, probably.
Do you think the only people that can make an MMO today?
But is it shutting down? Can we confirm that? Is it Oh yeah, I guess on here it says game canceled, so it's going away. Like there's no chance of it being revived?
I think I saw somewhere, and this is just like light browsing because I just heard the news a couple days ago, but I think I saw they may be trying, like, the question was posed, can another developer buy it? And then continue it.
But why?
But
I mean, what's the evaluation? Your evaluation is like how much you have into like, is it worth it? It's
Can you buy the IP, basically?
But why? Like, what's the value of the IP at this point?
Well, look,
Except for
so
being known as a game that completely crashed and burned.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like a really crappy used dealership on the corner.
Like buying a car that just got
Rick's-
totaled.
Rick's Cars.
Yeah.
That's from this. Yeah.
I think it was about a year and a half or 2 years ago. I bought one of the alpha key things for this game because I was excited for it. I mean, they had some. Cool,
I used to watch people, and I was like, I'll play this.
yeah,
when it's
when it
final.
comes out, like they had some cool ideas. You could see like some of the directions they were going, at least from my perspective. Right, I played in one of the alphas, and then when it came out on Steam, I played a little bit again. You could tell, like, most definitely the game wasn't finished or ready, but it was kind of one of those things like, all right, you know, I took the Steam release as a good thing, but now retrospective, a lot of people are looking at maybe that was a last ditch effort to try and drum up some players, but
Yeah, maybe.
anyway, yeah, no, it's sad, but what do you do? You go back to Arc Raiders, I guess.
Okay, let me pose this question. Spicy. What genres do we think need to evolve? So, for instance, we just saw Arc Raiders just evolved
Extraction shooters.
to the next level, right? Like, so it's fresh. Extraction shooters are fresh right now, I think. I think Fortnite constantly pushes the boundaries of like, they own that genre right now. What I would say MMOs most definitely need to evolve. Like, I think
Unless they're dead.
I think they're stagnant. Yeah, I think.
Unless they're well, you have these developers creating these games that just fail. Like, it's not going to look inviting to investors or anything.
Yeah.
If every MMO that has come out in the last 10 years have all failed.
We'll even look at Blizzard. I mean, before we got Overwatch, that was supposedly going to be their new MMO Titan, and then it eventually didn't work, and they turned it into Overwatch. So,
I think, to answer your question, David, I think every genre has to progress.
Yeah. And where you make the money is if you're the one that progresses it successfully to that next level, which I give Highguard a lot of credit for. We talked about this last week. It seemed like they were trying to progress it in some way.
Yeah.
just turns out they didn't.
They had the pedigree, though. Did they though? A lot of
Apex.
it's not
Some of the people from Apex.
It's some of the people,
And those people may have been the crappiest people on the team, like the lazy
may or may
people.
not.
You know what I mean?
allegedly,
Like that. Yeah, those are always thrown
they
around,
probably could be very good too. We don't know.
From a Call of Duty developer. Okay, well, what did he develop in the game? Like, did he develop the part that I hate?
Yeah, it's fair. No, and I think.
But what do you think is is there a genre that it needs the most updating right now? Let us know, guys, in the comments now what genre you think needs is the most aged. Is it MMOs? I would put MMOs up there. I don't know that it's the most aged, but I would put them up there.
So I don't know. I kind of think of this as what developers are always pushing things forward. And everybody tries to follow suit. And I mean, let's talk about Rockstar, for example. It's been how long since they've released their last game?
Yeah.
And every time they release a game, they push the line hard.
Yeah.
Maybe
Blizzard got big. Blizzard became Blizzard because they would do that with their games constantly.
Yeah.
Well, Blizzard was very good at taking a niche game and making it into a broad audience game.
To my point, I just looked up while you were talking, Mark, on so the top three. World of Warcraft came out, what, 2006? Is that, or is it 2004? No, I think it's 2006.
It was around
World of Warcraft, or not World of Warcraft.
I think it was like 2006.
Warcraft 3 was 2004, I think.
Yeah, I think it was like
2003,
2003, so 4, yeah, so 5 or
2003.
6, yeah.
Okay, so the top three, 2004. There you go, so 2004.
Because it did come out during like Lord of the Rings, so people were like, "Oh, fantasy," you know.
so
like,
the end of 2004. So 2004, 2005, it dropped for the first time. And if you look, I just looked it up. So the top three games are MMOs at the moment: World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy Online, and ESO. I would say those are the top three. Their release dates are 2004, World of Warcraft, 2013, Final Fantasy Online.
Well, A Realm Reborn, the original game, kind of did a little No Man's Sky.
Yeah. But we'll give them 2013, and then ESO is 2014. And what did we say was the peak? 2006 to 2014, 2015. Like, no, who has succeeded with a new MMO beyond these dates? Like, and I just think. I think they're stuck in time. Like, I think they got their original base audience. They have a crowd, so they can some people will leave, some people will come on, but they're sustainable. But I just think breaking into that genre right now is very, very. They need the biggest update, and it's probably one of the most costly genres to make too. Do you think invest in and create?
I think
it's no Candy Crush.
It's no Candy Crush.
Well, think about that, though. The amount of investing that has to take place for a game of that caliber, and then a mobile game that's you can make in 5 months just make you so much money.
Oh, yeah. If you're,
it's actually a scary thing to think about because, the main reason companies make games is to make money.
Oh yeah.
And if all that cash is in the other side, I'm going to call it the other side of the tracks.
Sure.
You have the mobile games over there.
Casual games.
Okay, just casual games. Where are the good developers going to go?
I think there's good developers at casual games, but I see your point.
But I mean, like. That kind of is a scary thought.
If you're looking at risk assessment and you're an investor and you're investing and you see someone making an MMO and you see someone doing something else on mobile with like a business plan, you're like, mobile all day. If I want a higher chance of return. The problem with mobile though is the noise on mobile. I would be curious. Like we have big games to point to that are wildly successful. But the noise on mobile and how do you break through is much harder versus a traditional game. I think there's a much more clear path to that. But I mean, the big secret is Candy Crush is funding Blizzard. That's the giant secret. Yeah, like you love your Diablo. Well, Candy Crush and the Diablo mobile is funding all of your games. Like that's the.
Well, I remember back in like 2015 when. Hardware companies like NVIDIA and AMD were seeing the potential of mobile phones. Maybe it was like 2012.
Yeah.
And back then I was like, well, I think I even said it on this podcast, which is crazy to think we've been around
since 2013, baby.
Been around that long. But it was scary to me because I use a dedicated PC for a lot of my work, and I use a lot of hardware for a lot of my work, video editing, photography, all that, blah, blah, blah. And if their focus went from desktop to mobile, which it did, it would cause the rest of the development to stagnate, which it did, which graphics cards... For a good 10 years, there was a huge spike, and then they're just kind of like, they're a little better. They're a little better. They're a little better. Now that AI is kicking in, now you can't even get graphics cards because all these companies are doing that. And that's pushing graphics cards again. I guess the technology.
Well, because now what's stalled out is mobile.
Yeah,
mobile has stalled.
And that's my thinking about that. That's kind of it's kind of something to consider is. If these developers are seeing all these big games fail, or investors seeing all these big games fail, but then there's that low-hanging fruit right over there.
Yeah.
That's just you don't have to put much money into it, and then maybe it'll be another Candy Crush. Let's put our efforts over there. So my concern is I'm getting there, but I'll eventually get there. But it's just are the good developers not going to be funded for my console and for my PC, and instead being developed for mobile games, which I am not a mobile game player. As far as like a device that has no controls, like a phone, because I don't want to be on Call of Duty going with my thumbs.
Those games are great while you're on the toilet, but that's where they
I now have my ROG Ally to play while I'm on the toilet.
Oh, so it's been flagged.
Oh, I flagged it last week. It has been red flagged.
Mine has not been flagged. Mine is pure.
No, mine has, but there's always a vanilla scented candle as I'm hanging out. So, but it has been red flagged, and it's great.
I would say sports games probably need sports genre probably got a recent revamp with their move to freaking ultimate cards on everything, sports cards on everything.
Yeah.
But
that's
is that
starting
a
to. That's starting. Yeah, I mean, it became their most popular play style.
And it's
playthrough.
also funding the rest of their
It's
studio.
funding
Okay.
the rest of their studio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But eventually that will go stale, and that will need something. I would say, high guard attempted like we don't talk about Apex Legends anymore. It's not that those games are dead or anything, and Fortnite is driving that forward. But is there a new version of that anywhere? Like, is there something new you could do? And that's why I got to give High Guard respect. Like, they were trying to do something new in that in that realm.
Yeah. And you never want to see games fail.
No.
But like
unless you're
like,
on X.
Unless
Unless you're on X or you're creating content.
that's true.
yeah.
I mean, I want games to be good. I want them to be good. And I think it's just unfortunate when developers get pushed in and leaned in and like the hardworking coders and the hardworking software developer and all those people that are working so hard. And then you have some board meeting decisions that just make bad decisions in the game. And you're trying to attract an audience that doesn't even buy or play video games.
Yeah.
You know, I think, and that's what has caused many of these big budget games to fail, in my opinion, or at least a big part of it. And it's unfortunate because I think there's a lot. I think High Guard specifically. I think it's cool of them to try to make a hybrid game that no one has done before.
You can see what they're trying to do.
I think that
And you're like, oh, okay, if you combine these elements, it could be fun.
I think that's great. Unfortunately, like
Till you play it.
70% of the time sucks. 70% of the playtime is just boring.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Maybe the new 5v5 mode helps that
Here's
out.
the thing that I think us as, looking from the outside, looking in and being in the social media age, what is rare and incredible. Number one, just making a game is incredibly difficult to do. It's exponentially more difficult to make a game that is successful. Like, that's like both of those things are super difficult. Then when you have what is very underrated is what a Rockstar has been able to do, or even insert successful studio here, a Bethesda, where you're able to meet a Playground Games. You're able to meet the bar that you've set for yourself every single time, and you are a big company, because big companies enable you to do stuff that nobody else can do. Like, you have all the funding, you have all the thing, but also it enables a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of noise and a lot of opportunity for middle management to make bad decisions.
Look what Microsoft tried to do
Even
to Gears of War back in the day.
Even what's the Helldivers? Probably had those middle people get in the way of some things happening, and they're not even that big of a company. You know what I mean? So it's underappreciated, the skill and talent it takes to be the person at the top running that, and that's why that person at the top of a Rockstar, of a Take-Two, of a insert super successful studio makes the money they make, because you got to keep that machine primed and rolling, and it's difficult to do. Insert music label, insert movie, successful movie, studio, anything to do successfully like that is just hard to do, and do it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
So here's to Ashes of Creation that never was.
That's yeah.
Because I want there to be a successful MMO. I just think the old model is just.
Do you think here's something to think about? Do you think that the reason MMOs cannot succeed is because most people play 3 games in 5 years and it's the same game, like it's the Fortnite, and MMOs try to gain too much time, much of your time?
I think it's a time. I think they're fighting a lot of different things. I think it's hard to make a model like that entertaining. I think that model worked when we were much younger in the gaming space, like just at a different time. And I think it's just harder to make it entertain. Like, I think, again, I'll say, I think a lot of the people that enjoy World of Warcraft vanilla went back because it was like a memory for them.
Because they're real gamers.
So answer me this, because I'm thinking of like our creators in my head right now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that is a modern MMO in many aspects.
Yeah, I would
it's
say
got a
it's
skill
probably like a
tree,
subset. Like
and completely, there's 20 random people you could run into. There's quests.
Chat with them.
Well, every game now kind of like their games cross over. All games
to be
cross
fair,
over into categories.
The quests
now.
are pointless.
I know.
But I mean, I get they're there.
I know. But I mean, like that is I would consider an extraction shooter
In the same way,
modern MMO.
yeah, it's the next. They're the next iteration of what Destiny started. I would say.
Mm-hmm. And well, Arc Raiders is a modern extraction shooter.
Well, I think.
Oh man, Jordan just bored himself with that one.
Oh.
Big yawn.
So no, I think your question earlier. I think Destiny is a good example of revitalizing the MMO genre because it is, in essence, an MMO.
It was like, hey, let's get straight to what players want to get to.
Yeah, I mean, you may have like, some people may like, it's not an MMO because there's not, I don't know, like you can't go to. Well, I guess you can. I was gonna say you can't go to Stormwind City and see a bunch of players, but you can. You go to the tower, and there's a set amount of players there. But Destiny is set up like a traditional MMO in the modern day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have your dungeons, raids, gear grinding, and does everybody remember light level 24 to 25, or what was it, 28 to 30? You remember that? That was sucked.
Remember the loot cave?
Well,
Yeah, the loot cave was great.
the reason that was,
and then you had some jerk off who's like,
This was not right.
I'm just going to use my moral compass as
He's
I
gonna
like
complete
shop
everyone.
on order packages on Amazon. He's going to go stand in the loot cave and ruin everybody's fun.
Yeah. As he's looking at porn on his other screen,
Yeah.
lecturing us about.
well, the reason that system was hard from 28 to 30 or whatever level it was is just because of how the drop system worked.
Wasn't it like how averages worked? Like
it was so tough.
So speaking of that, let's talk about Arc Raiders coming out confirmed. PVE mode
Yeah.
is in the works here.
Interesting.
This month,
initial.
I think it's coming up in a week.
Is it already? There's like a.
I think they
firm date
announced
on
it for like week 1 or week 2 of February. Check it. I swear.
They'll probably line it up with the next wipe
I think that's where it's going to be.
because the next wipe is in February, isn't it?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but I swear I thought that. No, that's interesting. I feel this may be a hot take. And I know that there are listeners of the show, specifically our good friend Barbara Blake, that's going to completely disagree with me.
Okay.
But I think a move like this hurts the game. And I'll explain why.
Okay.
There was on Tarkov, I have Tarkov as my example because that's the extraction shooter I played a lot of. And then they came out with, after 10 years of not coming out with a game, they came out with an offline mode. And I think Battle State came out with that mode because there were offline mode mods that were allowing people to play offline, and they still wanted to make money off of their games. So they made an offline version of the game mode that you had to pay like $200 to get. Anyways, the Russians. But I feel like that move caused Tarkov to lose a lot of players.
We all got had. They put on the tweet, because everybody's retweeting the tweet.
What does it say?
Embark Studios, because when you read it, you glance at it. This is from Speranza. It's from their official account.
Can
They're
I
trolling
pull
us.
I can't.
Wait,
I
no,
can't pull it up.
that's not their official account. I think that's just like Charlie Intel.
Oh yeah, this is like the Charlie Intel. Yeah,
of what
They're not affiliated.
Yeah.
But he. So let me go back to Intel.
So is this
'cause
like an
they're
April
explaining
Fool's
it.
joke?
Hold on, let me see.
No, I think someone just said it, and everybody was like, "Meh."
Oh, so
Yeah,
somebody said they're coming
it got
out with a
almost 1 million views, and that's
Well, did
what.
Embark come out and say something?
Oh, they later apologized because he didn't expect the tweet to blow up. Yeah, so he put not. You can barely see the not. Like, you know how you put TM on a word?
Yeah.
So, they're not doing
so
PvE.
explain what you just read or showed me on screen because we haven't talked about
Oh, yeah,
it.
I'll explain it. So, what happened is this rumor of PvE came out, and it was like, it came from a tweet where it said, Embark Studios has officially confirmed the introduction of a PvE mode planned for release in Q2 2026. Blew up, over 1 million views. I mean, we're talking about it now. We thought it was real.
I thought I even had a release date.
Yeah, we dive into it here. I'm diving into it on the show to be like, okay, what's the release date? And it takes an article explaining it, breaking it down because they fooled everybody. The account that did it apologized. What they did was, you know how you can put TM on a thing? They basically took that and they said Embark Studios has officially, and then they used like the TM text, and they spelt out not, so you couldn't really see it.
Not released to PvE.
Yeah, so has officially not confirmed the introduction of PvE mode planned for release. They came back and later apologized. Sorry, we didn't expect this tweet to blow up. It was meant to be a joke tweet, but it went super viral. News sites reported it. The whole. In fact, I think what I tweeted you guys, sent you guys, was from a news site like GameSpot or something.
Well, that's the.
So everybody got had. So good news.
Yeah, I think that would kill the game because.
Well, I don't know if it would kill it. I think
it would hurt it.
It would.
Can I explain why?
Yeah.
Because in Tarkov, it made it so it was not. What makes extraction shooters entertaining is and danger, the feeling of danger, the feeling of, oh, I got this great loot, I didn't get this great loot. All the interaction you have from an extraction shooter that's a PvP extraction shooter is the worry that that person is going to backstab you.
Yeah.
And the reason you have people communicating with each other in the game is
because of that.
I'm not going to shoot you. Are you going to shoot? We're cool. Okay, cool. What are you doing? Okay, let's go over there. If that danger did not exist,
and so when you
would be running right by you and looting.
No one would talk.
And so when you have a dedicated PvE mode, you do two things. You create a mode that takes away everything that makes it good, number one. And then number two, in the other mode, anyone that is wanting to be nice and play PvE is just not in that other mode.
Yeah,
so everyone's, it's all attack mode all the time.
Yeah, so I agree with you, Mark. I was a huge excited fan of the Tarkov coming out with a PvE mode, but after playing it for about a week or so like we did, you realize a chunk of the game is taken away.
Yeah.
Even if they have 50 billion scavs rush you.
Yeah, exactly.
Same with Sea of Thieves. When they came out with their Safer Seas update that takes away PvP, yeah, they like there's a lot of like negatives to it, like you don't get as much XP and stuff, but it takes away a huge chunk of the game. So
you remove that
the tension of that game is
the tension, yeah, and it's such a VoIP is so fun in games, and you remove the whole reason to talk to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you're right though. You would not have the interactions you have or the crazy events or crazy moments you had if it was a PvE only mode, because there's no point to talk to people. Everybody would just run by each other doing quests
or looting. They'll just run right by and be like, oh, okay.
So, but I agree with you. I think PvE hurts extraction shooters. Tarkov
forced PvE or like a dedicated
Tarkov being one of those. And I'll admit I was wrong. I was huge into the PvE for Tarkov, but then you play it and you realize there's something missing.
Well, because in theory, sounds cool.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it does. And I think that's why from the beginning, when a lot of people were like, oh, I wish there'd be a PvE mode, it's like, well, I wish that too at one point for Tarkov, but then you realize it's not, you take away, you don't have those moments in game. Like, for example, you tell us, this was so cool, man. We teamed up with these other guys and we killed a matriarch. It was awesome, blah, 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 this and that. In PvE, you won't have that because no one will talk. Everybody's already automatically on the same team fighting a matriarch. You're just going in there as a shooting simulator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would make it less fun. So, yeah. You know what's cool about Rockstar and like Red Dead Redemption 2? We were talking about the attention to detail.
Oh, attention to detail.
You can follow people into a saloon. Mm-hmm. They will all have their individual conversations, everybody in there talking about random things, not like it feels like a real saloon, and their food will disappear as they eat it.
Neat.
Dude,
what other game does it?
I'm about to blow your mind even more.
Okay.
There's this guy because I went down this rabbit hole, and he does all these videos on Red Dead Redemption on the attention to detail stuff. He was like, I see these power lines. Do these actually connect to a place? So he started in like, what's the town? Elizabeth? What's the town? Like that's in Red Dead 1, and it's the main town. Blackwater.
Yeah.
So he started in Blackwater. Yeah. The power lines. He went over every single power line in the game and followed it and mapped it out. Every single power line, first of all, is built like a real power line. then they all converge in Saint Denis at the power company.
Crazy how that works.
Every single one. Like, what game does? Like, you don't have to do that. No one. Who's going to notice that? Like, because you look up, you see a power line. Like, yeah, that's for. No, it all goes back. So that's why in world building, the Rockstar to this day is the best world builder in my opinion. Skyrim comes in at like Skyrim comes in a close second, but for different reasons. They nail like they're really good at letting you explore, like making you want to explore. Red Dead Redemption, it feels like a world. Like, whereas everybody else, you jump into an Assassin's Creed, even good Assassin's Creeds that you like, it doesn't. I'll give you an example. I'm in Hogwarts Legacy. I very much enjoy Hogwarts Legacy right now, playing the crap out of it. And the world is decent and the conversations are cool, but it's not alive in the same way.
I 100% agree.
It's alive, but not in the same way, not to the same. Like, when you're in Red Dead Redemption, it has a feel, both 1 and 2, that this is your world. Grand Theft Auto has the same thing.
Arc Raiders world feels alive.
Don't shoot.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of Arc Raiders, though, just going back to that whole, that's hilarious that was just a joke, by the way, because everybody thought it was.
Everyone
really,
did,
it was
dude.
funny.
Everyone.
Credit where credit's due. I actually think Arc Raiders. Now, we know Arc Raiders does this. I don't know if any other extraction shooter does this, but to Arc Raiders' credit, I think they've done something that actually solves there should be a PvE mode. They do aggression-based matchmaking.
It's very smart.
Which I actually think is the most smart way to solve that problem. Because let's say,
so everyone enjoys their game, because if you want to be more attacky, you're going to get placed with more attackers. You're going to enjoy your game more. If you want to be less, but it never fully removes the opportunity.
It always keeps that feeling there. Like, because you could still be a low aggression and then like, I got to kill this guy, or someone can kill you, or this and that. It's not a guarantee, but I think credit where credit's due. That's a good solution to that problem, because I agree with you, Mark. If you take that away, I don't think it'll necessarily kill the game. I think the game's fun enough to have multiple game modes. I mean, look at Tarkov, right?
Look at a successful game.
I do think.
Yeah, I'll pull that up.
Look at a successful game. On
I
a
do think
release
it would hurt.
They went up after the release date, and they've stayed pretty up the whole time. No big dips. Wow, that is impressive.
Well, what was their 24-hour peak and their concurrent 240? That's a healthy game.
We're looking at Arc Raiders.
So that's a week go to max.
Oh,
you know what's funny is I keep getting messages in Arc Raiders.
REL, that's the release day, and look at where it's at. That's like one of the lowest.
I have never seen a game
like what is
stay consistent.
Yeah,
like
what
that.
is if we go? I'm gonna go.
Whoa, what we're looking? Yeah, so we're looking at another line graph, and usually over time, games slowly start to go lower. Actually, usually
like, look
every
at
time.
Here's Helldivers 2. Ton of Success has 100,000 players right now, which is really successful. It's release day, and it's just downhill, and then it pops back. Here.
Well, yeah, but one of those was Sony's fault.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
account
account
linking
linking
shenanigans, is what they call it.
Actually, I would say a couple of those are Sony's fault.
Let's see how much it dropped after the account linking shenanigans. Here it is. So it had 120,000 players at the account linking shenanigans. Let me zoom out slightly. And that was May. And in June, it didn't drop that much, actually, account linking.
Well,
It was down before. It
remember?
was down before that. It was already on the down.
They did reverse it.
Yeah.
I would argue that Arc Raiders pushed the genre further, specifically because of the aggression-based matchmaking. That's one of the things that they have pushed the bar forward on. That I've never heard of aggression-based matchmaking before. Maybe it existed, but not like this. It works, and it's
Keeps everyone happy.
That's a really cool system.
Because again, you can
Based
go
on play style.
You can go in and not be very aggressive, but you can still have those moments of like meeting up with players, talking, discussing quests, not knowing if they're going to kill you or not, right?
Yeah.
Like having that hit.
The hit.
Which is what makes those games fun.
Speaking of hit, I was going to ask something about Arc Raiders, but I had like 4 thoughts in my head. But speaking of hit, I played Ball Pit this week. That game is addicting. It reaches a point, though, where you unlock a character that plays the game for you.
Oh, nice.
And so to get the rest of beat the game, so it's really like a 4-hour game.
Blizzard's been implementing that tech as
It's
well.
like a 4-hour game, and then you unlock this guy that can play for you, and so you just let him play over. And so you have him up while you work, and let him play over, and he beats the game for you eventually. I don't understand that. I'm with Jordan. I don't understand that. I understand in Forza, like letting it self-drive because you just want to enjoy the view, but you don't always want to be controlling it. Like I get that, but like it shouldn't race for you.
I don't think it will. I think it
so.
will, but
Funny enough. So we're playing everybody in Lobby Legends. Our episode hit yesterday. If you're hearing this, we were playing Power Wash Simulator 2. Really fun game. I was going on looking up tips and tricks on YouTube for Power Wash Simulator.
Do they have it lets you play? It plays for you?
Well, I'm just going to say they don't. Okay. TLDR, they don't.
Okay.
well, it's a simulator, right?
There are people that like that play style because a lot of the videos that I was seeing is how to glitch the game so you get all the gear right away and you don't even have to play the levels. Like you get money instantly. You can beat the level.
But then what's the point?
That's my thing. And it was a popular video and a lot of people commenting how to do it, back and forth. Okay. Yeah. Obviously it should be patched. It's one of those things. But I do not see you're taking away the game. You're literally removing the gameplay of that game.
Because it's not like it's a PvP multiplayer or something where or it's like a sandbox Minecraft instance where you're wanting to, hey, come in and let me give you all this stuff, or like you're literally
that's the
game is cleaning things.
And what it is how they do it is they like go into their friend's game, then leave, then quickly save it, and then go back in, and then it has like something like an auto. You can auto, it thinks that you've already played it. Anyways, it's fascinating to me because we were just talking about like why would you want someone to play the game for you?
Yeah.
Like your character. Yeah. But apparently there's an audience out there.
Well, if it
doesn't want to play games,
I could see achievement hunters doing that.
To go quick and just check off the list.
If it unlocks achievements, and I bet you it probably does unlock some achievements there, but if you're actually playing the game, what's the point?
I know. So I'm just saying, I guess there's an audience because I just was like, wow, why would you even want to play a Power Wash Simulator game and not want to power wash?
Yeah.
Anyways, so there's an audience out there that would rather AFK fun.
Yep, Blizzard's been implementing that tech into their games. It's kind of like, and you know what really annoys me about it? So Blizzard implemented a rotation assist in World of Warcraft that tells you what button to use next, right? And then they introduced, on top of that, they also introduced a single button rotation where it's just a button, you click it, it flips to the next one, it just plays the game for you, right? What really bothers me about that is they hype it up under the guides of accessibility. And the reason they do that is so they can't get flack. Like, no, we're just doing it for accessibility, blah, blah, blah.
What are you against handicapped people?
And it's like, no, that's not why you're doing it. You're doing it because your system
is broken.
Your system's broken. Like, you're not going to, you need to, I think they need to like there are some classes that have two abilities that essentially do the same thing. Like, anyway, but that's a whole another conversation. But yeah, it bothers me. Accessibility is not playing the game for you. It's giving the player the tools to play the game how they need. For example, colorblind modes are accessibility, right? Because it helps different people be able to see.
That makes sense.
A brilliant accessibility feature is the Xbox accessibility controller.
Yep.
I knew a guy in my old neighborhood who used that controller and beat Sekiro with it. Because I think, I don't know the whole story. He did something with his hand, but anyway, so,
that's impressive.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that is accessibility. It also, anyway, that's what really annoys me about it, is they try and we're the good guy. No, you're not. Your classes are, broken because you have too many abilities. No one wants to learn how to play the game, so you just gave them a button that plays for them.
So what game are we going to play tonight?
That is an awesome
question. I would actually like to play Battlefield 6.
Did I install that? I got to
You
install that.
reinstalled it, yeah. I think you
Did I reinstall
Actually, to
it?
be honest with you guys, I wouldn't mind doing a little Arc Raiders too. I'm getting into it.
I saw you
again.
playing it.
Yeah,
I saw
I'm
you
getting
playing
into
with
it
Blake
again.
yesterday
There's
while I was at
something.
Hogwarts.
There's
learning
something.
magic.
There's something
I was
about.
at school learning. You were.
There's just something about watching the burnt peanut steal someone's loot and making you like want to go watch the world burn too. You know?
Yeah.
Let's yeah. There's actually quite a bit of games. You know what game we played when you weren't available a couple weeks ago? It was called
the Train Void or whatever.
Void Train.
Was that fun?
It was a different It was a different take on like survival.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Dude, you know what we
like
should
it?
do?
Well, no, like I had fun, but unless you guys were like, no, I really, really want to play Void.
You're
Train
never gonna
again,"
play it
I
again.
probably wouldn't play it again. You know?
Yeah. Well, we didn't get very far. I think we got to the tutorial. Like we
If
well,
there is-
unlocked a
if
gun.
there is like
but your
a-
voice said the same thing. You're like, it's a different game. Like that's not what you say when you're, you know. Like,
Dude, what I want to play, I like this Power Wash simulator. There's a gym owner simulator. We should play that.
we should just go through all the
Go through all the simulation
Simulators,
games.
that's awesome.
The only ones that are multiplayer that let us play.
You think we
should
could do like Euro Truck Simulator?
Euro
multiplayer?
Train Simulator or something? Bus
Dude,
Simulator?
if you look at Train Simulator on Xbox, there's so many games.
Oh yeah, there's dude.
But they have to be co-op and multiplayer.
It has
That's
to be
the thing.
multiplayer.
Well, can you do Train Simulator? Like one person can drive, one person can like check.
I'm gonna
tickets.
shovel in the coal.
Yeah.
You're the person that's and it's old school like bus simulator
Yeah.
where you have the
Yeah, the
change thing on your
change.
hip. You gotta give the correct change and punch the ticket.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, I'm gonna go
No,
to
you know what's funny about that Void Train game? Like it was okay.
No, it was fun with friends.
I made the thumbnail look like we're like
Having a
it's,
blast.
It's the greatest game on the.
I'm gonna look right now. We'll go Game Pass. And we'll see and I will type in
I gotta
simulator.
I gotta show you the greatest. Like somebody made, like
Dude,
a
we can
Google
play
Doc.
some Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Somebody, this is what I use. Somebody made a Google Doc, Excel, whatever, that lets you sort by
Everything?
Metacritic and by anything you wanted, release date, how long it's been on Game Pass, blah blah blah, and it's how I find my games.
I know
Supermarket Simulator, baby.
Farming Simulator
That's
is
new.
multiplayer.
Supermarket Simulator. I think I got notified that that's new to Game Pass. Is that not new to Game Pass?
It is play. I think it's been there like a couple. It's because I've seen it a few times.
Oh,
2 to 4. It's co-op.
Co-op 2 to 4,
So
baby.
you gotta run a store.
Co-op.
all right. Are we playing Supermarket Simulator tonight?
What other simulator games are there?
Let's see what other ones. All I know is I looked at the gym simulator one because it was there.
Oh, I heard Pirate Yakuza
Mark, all
is
right,
phenomenal.
Yeah, have you seen people
I
play?
heard-
It does.
I
I've not.
heard
Yeah.
that game doesn't care about anything
Police
and
at
just
what?
and just has you have a good time. Police Simulator?
I'm gonna be
Patrol
honest.
officers?
Is it co-op? I'm gonna be honest. I would not be a good cop.
Oh, it's only 2-player co-op
Yeah,
though.
partner.
Dang.
I would not be a good police officer.
Police Simulator. So these are all simulator games on
On Game Pass, yeah.
Game Pass.
Pigeon Simulator. We could be
Wait,
pigeons.
what do we do that? Are we we fly messages to each other?
Poop on statues?
2 to 4.
2 to 4, baby.
Pigeon
I think we
Simulator. How do you upgrade?
Should I? Is there a trailer here? How do I do the trailer on this?
I don't know.
Yeah, just pull it up on YouTube. Oh, there it is. Gallery.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Pigeon Simulators.
Pigeon Simulator.
Whoa.
Well, for those
Well, I
listening,
can actually hear it.
we're watching Pigeon Simulator. You just pooped at a guy, and the other pigeon lifted him up. What is this?
It's like Goat Simulator.
It's like Goat
Yeah,
Simulator,
look at
but with
that.
pigeons.
It does have that vibe.
That's
All right.
Pigeon Simulator. So
I'm
supermarket or pigeon?
There's all the Goat Simulators.
Well,
Firefighting Simulator?
That would be
Oh.
fun. Okay, let's check that one out.
Oh, these are all on Game Pass, everybody listening. And this is
2 to
2 to 4. 2 to 4.
Okay, that looks awesome.
2 to 4.
It's probably terrible.
2 to
Turn
4.
off
Here we
the
go.
sound.
There's a fire. It's coming.
Who's the hose man?
I should
Licensed fire trucks and equipment. We get to drive the truck. Oh, dude, the crane.
Drive the truck.
We're gonna go through this whole phase of simulator games. Nope. I'm okay with that though.
Dude, look, someone took. Oh yeah, that could be Jordan.
Cooperative multiplayer.
Jordan's busting down. Hey guys, what are you doing? I'll open the store. Don't forget about the backdraft. Watch
Okay.
the backdraft, baby.
I would play this.
Dude, let's play.
I would play
let's-
Firefighter Simulator.
Wait, can I install this right now to my?
If you think about it, it's just like Power Washer Simulator, but
yeah, it translates the hose correctly.
Installing now, everybody. It's installing for me right now.
Dude, we are gonna show up to a car accident and get someone killed.
Jaws of Life.
Yeah.
I'm the Jaws of Life guy.
we're like, yeah.
We're gonna do it on the wrong car.
Does anybody know how to? Yes, I do. I'm here to help.
Okay, I would play Firefighter Simulator.
Yeah, let's play that.
All right.
Let's play that.
That's good.
What are your thoughts on
All right,
Firefighter Simulator?
everybody, go for the week. Play Firefighter Simulator, and then come and let us know what you think about it. And we'll talk about it next week. That's going to do us for this week, everybody, though. Thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out. We'll be back live next week. Again, let us know in comments. MMOs, are they dead? How right is X1? And also, what do you think of Firefighter Simulator? And also, so we'll take suggestions and comments. Next game we should play.
And all our playthroughs are going to be put on the YouTube channel, so go
Yep,
check
check
it
them
out.
out, check it out.
Lobby,
Lobby Legends.
Yeah, that's it.
Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.